Bedtime Stories. This is actually the first Adam Sandler movie I actually saw in theaters. So, a little bit of a background of Adam Sandler, which obviously you already know. Back in the past, he was like one of the biggest comedians of all time. And he still is, still the king of comedy. But then later on, in for all these years now, his films are starting to be declined in actual critics. Or as they're actually trying to review his films and stuff. But basically, one of his most biggest hits of all time is obviously the Hotel Transylvania films, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Big Daddy, 51st Dates, a whole bunch. This one is one of his other hits, particularly from the box office, but this film didn't do good, but that great with the critics, around 25% around Tomatoes. Which I think it's a shame, because I think Bedtime Stories is one of Adam Sandler's best films. Is it great? Honestly, kinda. I personally love this movie because it's legitimately funny. It's a legitimately funny movie. So, the story... the story is about a little guy named It's about a hotel guy named Skeeter, played by, of course, Adam Sandler. His father used to be the owner of the hotel, but another owner, played by Richard... what's his name? Played by Richard Griffiths, or who, obviously, you know him as one of the uncles from Harry Potter. Uncle Vernon, or whatever you freaking call him. But, he owns the hotel, and then, he's trying to build a newer hotel, and he's retiring, so that way he can, give another hotel to another person. So, basically, there's another guy out there who wants the hotel, played by Guy Pearce. And then Sandler's character, Skeeter Bronson, and goes to a birthday party for his sister, played by Courtney Cox, who's going to Arizona for a little while. Also, he has to watch the kids. So basically, during nighttime, his sister's best friend, played by Kerry Russell, goes into night school while he watches the kids and tells them a bedtime story, while also coming across a guinea pig that has friggin' huge eyes. And honestly, it's like the funniest joke in the movie. But hey kid, what the heck is on my head now? That's Bubsy. Why do you call him Bubsy? Because of his eyes. Oh, really? Wow! Those eyes look big on a cow! That is like the funniest joke to me. There's another joke that's really, really funny. Actually, I meant to go like this. But anyway, he tells them a story, and then the next day, the next day comes in. The first night he talked about an enchanted castle, his character would be the next ruler of the land. And then at the end of the story, it would start raining gumballs. Then the next day, it actually starts that, and then a whole bunch of other stuff after he tells his story. And then basically, will he be able to save the hotel and stuff? Well, obviously you can guess it. And but that said, the story itself is a cliched plot. It's the Billy Madison story again, or that a guy that wants to run a hotel, but there's this other a-hole that wants to friggin' take control of the hotel because money and power and stuff, just to be a greedy bastard. Pardon my language, but to the film's credit, it actually makes up for it with a lot of heart and a lot of really good comedy. And that's why I really enjoy this film. I'm sure you really enjoy this one like I do too. Because honestly, this is definitely one of Adam Sandler's best films. So let's look at our characters. There's one character I forgot to mention. He has a best friend played by Dr. Nefario from the Despicable Me franchise himself, Russell. I kid you not, who has my last name, Brand. So he's like the funniest character in the entire movie, actually. This is one very, 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 very hilarious joke. Whenever he's sleeping he's sleeping on the couch, right? And then Kerry Russell's character is coming up with the kids, trying to bring him into school. Guess what he does? It wasn't me. Goes back to sleep. Oh my god, it's absolutely hilarious. But Adam Sandler's character is great too. Oh, like, I really want to root for him to actually follow in his father's footsteps. His father's played by Jonathan Pryce, who also narrates the film, and he does do a really good job as well. So, the comedy gets a lot of really great laughs. Like, this is a really funny movie. Oh yeah, I know I already mentioned it. There's a really very hilarious cameo from Rob Schneider in this film. It's just pure hilarious. And there's actually special effects in this film, and they're actually done pretty well. It's not one of the best special effects I've ever seen, but they are done pretty good. So, and like I said, the story is very well told. I really like the comedy. Well, no, I love the comedy. And the characters are all very enjoyable as well. I do really like the relationship between Skeeter and the kids that he tries to babysit, and they're very enjoyable little kid characters too. I also love the love chemistry between him and Kerry Russell's character as well. It seems like you actually do believe that they actually started to fall in love with each other until near the last third of the film. Richard Griffith's character is more your typical character that just doesn't like germs and stuff, but he does get a few decent laughs. The bad guy character is kind of like the villain in Billy Madison, but he's actually but he's still kind of enjoyable as well. No, very enjoyable, and he has a freaking girlfriend that's so weird. Or, she's such a weird character, but I like her fine. But, and Courtney Cox is cute. Oh, but she's barely in the film for that long anyway. But, and there's a ton of weird jokes in this film that actually do get a little bit of a laugh. The hokey pokey thing that he comes across to this character's high school friends. Yeah, it's that kind of stupidly weird, but in a funny way. Right, but overall, if you haven't seen this, but overall, I think overall, Bedtime Stories, I really think is one of Adam Sandler's best films, in my opinion. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. I'm glad I still see it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember this film by heart, and I remember how really good this film was. It's really worth your time in checking out. I love the heartfelt moments. I love the characters. I love the relationships. Everything. It may not be perfect because of that cliche plot, all that stuff. But you know what? The way it's done, I really do love this movie fine. Alright, so if you have seen it, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out on TV or rent it, or just buy it on DVD. You'll love it. It's a really good family film if you want to check it out. So, if you have seen it, comment below, follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Stardust, click like in the video, and don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. I am the Bostonian Critic, and I am signing out. Take care.